All right, guys, go ahead and fire away.
Patrick, being now year 9 with this and doing the OTAs and Chris Jones being out here, how important is it for you guys to kind of set the tone and set the tempo for these guys that are trying to learn the system, and even the free agents that are coming into the system as well?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's awesome to have the leadership that we have, and to have guys like Trav and Chris Jones who are still coming to OTAs and getting the work in. It kind of shows that the standard that we have here, and we've been doing it all throughout this spring. As guys are working hard, you can tell they're motivated to go out there and be even better this next year. So it starts here, and I think guys understand that.
Patrick, you're still months away from actually turning 30, but I do wonder if you're starting to have any sense of how long you've been around all of a sudden, and what your view is from now back to when you first got started, how different it might feel physically and mentally.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first off, kids, I feel like age you a little bit. So having 3 kids makes you grow up. But it's been a fun run, and we've had a lot of great players in this building, a lot of great people. And so it makes it enjoyable to come to work every single day. And I still got some guys with me that have been there the whole time. And then adding new guys gives you a new juice and a new spirit to go out there and be even better. And so a lot of young guys now, so just trying to relate to them as much as I can. But at the same time, I'm still not 30 yet, so I feel like I can for at least right now.
Do you feel a difference in your body at 29, though, from 20, 21, 22, and punishment of the NFL for all these years?
Not necessarily. I think more than anything, I have a better understanding of my body, so I know what I need to get in. I know the extra amount of recovery stuff I need to do, how to feel my best on a day-to-day basis. I mean, obviously, I probably bounced back a little bit quicker when I was younger, but at the same time, I have a better plan and a better standard that I kind of hold myself to on a day-to-day basis so I can be ready for every single practice.
Patrick, you mentioned the young guys. What's your approach to mentoring them?
I always want to meet the person first, and so it's about getting to know the person and then seeing what I can do to help them get better and help them push forward, because it is hard. I mean, it starts OTAs, but going through training camp and going through a long NFL season is hard, and you want to the guys to know that you care about them, so you care about them as a person first, and then you mentor them on the field by pushing them to be better every day.
Generally, how long does you feel like it takes for you to understand their individual personalities, because everybody's different?
Yeah, I mean, once you get to St. Joe and you live in those dorms, you kind of start understanding each person more and more. And so, no, it's cool getting here OTAs, being in the building, meeting the guys, and kind of building that relationship on the field. And then when you get to the kind of training camp in the season, you really get to meet the person even more. And so that's why we always harp on it. But it is fun to go into St. Joe and kind of meeting all the new teammates and new free agents that you have.
Patrick, what's your biggest takeaway from in your focus and how you lock in from when you lose a Super Bowl versus when you win one? Because
yeah, I mean it's hard. I mean, I feel like I focus every year because I know how special a run that we're on, and how many years left I'll have with all these great players and a great team. Every team's different, and you don't want to miss an opportunity. But I mean, obviously, when you lose a Super Bowl, I think there's sometimes in those workouts where you may be a little tired. You have that extra added motivation to finish even harder, finish even stronger. And I mean, I think it'll be good for us at the end of the day. I mean, obviously, looking back, you want to win the game, but a lot of these guys hadn't ended the season on a loss that are on this team now. So I'm sure they'll be motivated to go back out there and try to find a way to get to the Super Bowl and win it this year.
Patrick, you mentioned Travis and him being here. I guess what's your sense of the shape he's in and the motivation to, like, if this is the last ride, to sort of make it count?
I mean, if it's the last ride, you would never know. I mean, the way he's talking about football, the way he's talking about working and trying to be even better this year than he was last year. I mean, he's not. It doesn't seem like a guy that it's his last ride. Like he's tired of the job. I mean, he's in here, he's working, and I know his body feels good. I think it feels better than even last year before going into last season. Just because I think he's motivated to go out there and have an even better year than he had this last.
Patrick, I know you're the ultimate sports fan, and I'm sure you grew up watching those Thanksgiving Day games with the Dallas Cowboys. What's it going to be like to play one of those?
Yeah, it's gonna be special. I mean, I've wanted to play at Cowboy Stadium, obviously, just because I haven't got the opportunity to actually play in the game. We played my first year we were there. I was at the game, but I didn't get to play. And I'm growing up watching those games, going to those games was a special experience with me and my family. So I'm excited to get everybody there, and then to play on Thanksgiving. I mean, you're Thanksgiving in Texas, you're watching the Cowboys play, and so it'll be a special moment. I know those ticket prices went up a little bit for me, but other than that, I mean, it's gonna be cool to play on Thanksgiving, have the prime time, have that 3 o'clock kick, and be able to go out there and play in front of hopefully a lot of my friends and family.
Have you been to one of those Thanksgiving games?
I haven't been to a Thanksgiving game. But I obviously went to a lot of games growing up, and I played it there when I was in college. So it'll be exciting. My son's birthday is the day after, so hopefully we can find a way to win and then get to celebrate my son's birthday the day after that.
Sam? Patrick, a couple things. What's the importance of having Travis out here? And I know he wasn't here today, but he's been here.
Yeah, no, it's extremely important. I mean, just because whenever you have, like I always say this, whenever you have the guy that's already got the gold jacket on, if it's him or Chris Jones, and they're working hard and they're showing what it takes to be great, it's easier for me to talk to the young guys and say, like, when they're tired, that they need to keep working, they need to keep pushing, because they don't need to be here. I mean, they don't need to be here, and they're still going to go out there and have success on the field. They take care of their bodies and work hard in the off season, and so for them to still show up and set that standard, it sets the standard for everybody else that's going on the practice field.
And then on Xavier Ward, they wanted to ask you about him too. What did you learn about him those final 6-7 weeks maybe this last year?
I think the biggest thing I learned is he's not. I mean, I knew this, but I just with more opportunities, he's not just fast. He can make plays, and you saw that with some of the contested catches that he made kind of towards the end of the season. If you think back to the Bills game, or even the last catch he had in the Super Bowl, I mean, he's someone that will go up and make a play on the football. And so my job is to give him more opportunities, even when he's running with somebody and it's one-on-one, throw the ball, let him go up there and make a play. I think adding Hollywood being healthier and then having Rasheed back out there is going to give him more and more opportunities to stretch the field down the field.
On the draft night, you posted a happy emoji when the team selected Josh Simmons. I guess just how excited are you to see him and maybe potentially have this left tackle in the future in the building?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, just he's built like a left tackle. I think that's the biggest thing you see. I mean, obviously, we're building him up with coming off the injury, but he looks great. I mean, he's moving well. He's doing all the right things, and he's working extremely hard. And whenever I go by the training room, he's in the training room working to try to get back on that field as quickly as possible. And so, more than that, I think Veach and Coach Reed and all those guys, they brought in competition, and they want guys to go out there and be the best they can possibly be. And I'm excited for us to get through training camp and get to go against our defensive line, which will be a really good defensive line, and it'll be a great test for those guys to kind of prepare for the season.
Tom mentioned Rasheed, played most of the year without him. We've heard good things about what he's looked like. He wasn't out there today because I guess he's sick, but
Yeah.
what's he look like for you right now?
I mean, he looks like Rasheed. I mean, I think having the injury was it sucked, but happening so early in the season, he was back like right when the off season started, and so he was up here working hard, extremely hard, and he was back home working extremely hard. And so I was throwing with him in Dallas a little bit, and then getting him back out here, and there's no limitations. He's out there playing, he's making plays on the football field, he's explosive, he looks fast, and I mean, you saw the start of last season. I think he can be one of the best receivers in the league, and so just to have him, to add with Xavier and Hollywood and all these other guys that we have, it's another position I think Veach has done a great job of bringing in competition, so that we can go out there and make a lot of plays happen.
Matt?
With the receiver group between the workouts in Texas and getting back here, what kind of stands out to you so far? And what have you kind of learned about maybe some of the new faces that you're throwing to?
We're fast. I think that's probably the thing that stands out the most. You talk about Xavier, Rasheed, Hollywood, Thornton, Royals coming in. Like, we got guys that can roll, and our job is to test the defenses down the field, and we have to get back to doing that if we want to open up other guys underneath. So I think Coach Reed's challenged me this offseason to push the ball down the field, let guys have chances to make plays, and then once we get that back to where we want to in our standard that we believe we should have, then we can come back to the underneath stuff.
We'll do a few more. Herbie, Harold, and Steve. Go ahead, Herbie.
Patrick, sticking along the same lines with the wide receiver group, Sky Moore, you got a good chance to look at him again during the offseason, but what are your expectations for him this season?
Yeah, his job is to come in here and compete. Sky always is one of the hardest working guys on the football field, and whenever his numbers call, you see him go out there and he makes plays happen. And so, like I said, Veach has brought in such great competition in that room that it's you kind of go in with an open mind, and you let guys go out there and compete and try to see who the best 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever guys that is, make the team. But it's all about competing and making each other better.
Harold?
Patrick, a year down the road, but with the Olympics coming up and NFL players being allowed to play flag football, I know Travis has put his 2 cents in. I know you've said stuff before, but now that it's a thing, How much you try to petition Andy to try to, play in that?
Yeah, I know it's awesome. Honestly, just to be able to showcase the NFL to the whole world through flag football. But I'll probably leave that to the younger guys. I'll be a little older by the time that thing comes around.
Steve?
Patrick, Pop went back to school, got his degree. What does that say about him that he's willing to be able to go do that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what you want in life. It's obviously we want to win football games and we want to win as many Super Bowls and everything as possible. But we want to become better people. And for Pop to go back and to get his degree, because I mean he's an NFL player, he doesn't have to do that, and he wants to make not only himself better for the community, but generations to come and his family better by saying that he has a degree, and that's special. And I'm happy for him.
Good, thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate it.